Hello everyone, it is I again, Phenomenon, and welcome back to yet another part of Everything Possible in Code Vein. So we just dealt with the insatiable despot and we are right back where we were. Right now there is a bunch of stuff going over at the home base, so we're going to have to check that out. We're going to skip the cutscenes. To put it shortly, Mia has now joined us.
What exactly is going on?
With a simple deal of we take her to the snowy mountains and she, remains our partner for some time. She also gives us a clue about where we should go next.
It looks like everyone has gone to rest.
If you remember the statue from the old city ruins, she has told us that that statue, where we found one of the vestiges, actually has a hidden switch in it. So we're going to go check that out. But first,
You saved. I have to. I have a.
she has come to greet us. And I'm planning on talking to a bunch of the characters over here.
Suffers that. Let me.
You are of no use right now. Coco should give me her blood code though.
So don't get. I consider
There
this
we go.
an investment.
So we're going to talk with a bunch of the people here to acquire their blood codes and hopefully get some new gifts that we can use. Here goes Coco, here comes my boy Yakumo.
There's something in my blood. It's a symbol of trust. Go on, take it.
Thank you, Yakumo. And let's see if Davis will give us his blood code.
Yes, if you... Your life is your...
I guess not. So, since we are here, we don't have anything else but to check the statue that Mia was talking about. So let's go over there. The old city ruins and the park ruins. So now that we're back in the old city ruins, so would you look at that? Those are quite a lot of NPCs. But we are going to come to them way later down in the game, so forget it for now. So dropping down here is the statue. Though my marker has disappeared, which is kind of unfortunate. Let's descend the ladder. And we'll find ourselves in the next area. Let's see. Let's rather find out everything that's possible in... We're going to have to wait a little. My bad. There's always cutscene after cutscene that you're going to have to go through. And the unfortunate thing is, I've seen all of them, so it's kind of like, to me. I don't need to watch most of them unless I want to look at my character, which to be fair, she's fairly pretty. So here is an item that is somewhat easy to miss from what I remember, and it should be immediately down the stairs, I'm pretty sure. Let's see. There should be a ladder right about now. There it is. We're going to go up the ladder. And the item will be behind us. Down this treacherous path. Over here. Flood of Impurity. We'll check that one out a bit later. By a bit later I mean pretty much at the end of the game, but you can go play them if you want. I'm going to do all the map to the depths in one go, but here we are. Anor Mondo. I mean Cathedral of the Sacred Blood. I'm going to show you everything that's possible in this place. And this place is a nightmare for beginners. So if you want to call yourself a Cold Vein veteran like I do, you need to guide at least one person online who's absolutely new to the game through this area. And to prove my veteran status even further, I'm going to guide not only people that I've met online, but I'm also probably going to guide the entire internet if they check out this video. So let's go. No need to be lost anymore. So the enemies here are quite dangerous. It's these guys. And you're going to see what I'm talking about right now. The first thing is that they're very fast. Their attacks are very fast, hard to react to. And their backs are kinda small, so it's hard to backstab them too. You're going to be relying on a lot of mechanical skill and dodging if you want to make it out of here alive. Anyway, there are three ways. This is a dead end. This is fine, but we want to go up here first and take a left. Because over here a noble woman will be guarding a pretty nice item. One extension factor, as you guys might have figured out by now. So let's take care of her. So after a few successful chain stacks, I can get a regen activation factor. And I'm going to use it right now. Oh, the animation broke in the most disturbing way possible. If you climb up here, there should be an item that I usually don't take because there is no point, but let's get it anyway. Queen Steel, not too bad. So now we're going to continue right, and here is one of the toughest invasions in the game. So hopefully I can do it close to the first try. Hello buddy. We're going to backstab you real quick, so you don't cause trouble. And to our right over here you'll see a vestige. And unfortunately, quite a tough invasion as well.
I'll assist you with Project A. This research could be the
Here they
answers
come.
I'm looking for, and if it provides hope,
Going to take care of the monkey. Or I guess not. Ow. Okay, this is going south already. Please give me the backstab, thank you. Now all that's left is the noble woman. My PC is having a little bit of trouble right now. That is probably because I'm recording. Ow! I almost got away with that. Let's heal. So as usual, if you're having trouble, consider running away. Running away is always a viable strategy. Like this. However, this is a dead end, so I think I'm going to go back. Lucky. There goes the monkey. There goes you. If I can get a backstab here, that would be great. Oh no. That's what I was talking about when I mentioned the small hitboxes on the back, making backstabs relatively difficult. Oh no. Okay, I'm going to follow my own advice here and I'm going to retreat. I'll make some distance. And I think I'm going to fight somewhere. Oh no, I messed up. Where I have a better shot at these guys. Now that I've separated the tiny ones from the noble lady, I can pick them up like this. There we go. Okay, got him. Let's go back to the main area if we can. Here comes a monkey. This could get dangerous. But we made it out. Yeah, we're probably going to have to retry this spot a bunch of times. Stairs. I called them ladders for some reason. Couldn't quite kill them, but we've gotten closer. There we go. Now they're coming from this way. Okay. Let's make some distance. Let's find a suitable target. So this time it's only 3 of the small guys. So I'm going to take these ladies over here. And over here I'll probably be able to isolate them. And die! Ah well. I'm going to save you the trouble of watching me struggle over here, and I'm going to just complete the invasion off screen. And I'll see you then. So, catch you then. Whew, that took quite some time. The bottom. But we lived through it. So there actually isn't anything over here except a few useless items. And actually not even that one. Lame. Well, congratulations to anyone who is playing solo like me, because this invasion is always troublesome, even when you're playing with other people. So normally you would have it there, but I think I might just go back to the bonfire and rest up first. So let's do that. I actually skipped this lady here by doing this. So they're apparently quite blind. Goodbye. So I think we had we got a couple of levels for our troubles. Nice. Let's continue on the merry way. After doing the invasion, we are supposed to head left. I'm going to skip this girl again. I don't feel like dealing with her. There we go. Head right. Turn left. Take care of this fella. Just like that. And this time we head left. Down there is an item, and for curiosity's sake I'm going to take it. Hello, buddy. Goodbye. Pungent cheese. Another trading item. So, if we walk this way now, let's take this item. Oh, they're one of those. I see. Get the awake module. Over here we wanna have. I suggest buffing up here because it's quite a tough battle over here. I'll dare to say that these girls that use the halberds are actually a fair bit easier to deal with than those with the swords. For a few reasons. First, their attacks are a little slower and more predictable, making dodging easier, and second, they have teleporting attacks. The problem with the teleporting attack of the other girls with the swords is that it's very inconsistent and it hits in weird frames, so it's very hard to parry or just deal with in general. Compared to the halberd lady, which always teleports on top of you and always hits with the same timing, which is much easier to deal with than this thing. I think she's going to spawn it. There we go, we found her back. She's done for. I guess you can call this a shortcut. No, I wouldn't think much of it as one. But because I'm probably not going to be using it, I'm going to come over here and pick this item up while I'm at it. Now we're going to take the long bridge. Backstab this guy. Backstab the other guy. Just like that. And now we're going to have to deal with this fella. And unfortunately for me, she is yet another swordswoman. So let's take care of her. Perfect. This will make life a lot easier. Now I can probably just shoot her to death. Just like that. While we're at it, we're going to pick up this item. Are those my souls? Did I not pick them up? That needs a little investigating. Right, here I am back at the bridge. Turns out those weren't my souls, but they were actually the invasion reset. Basically, when you complete an invasion in this game, you can replay it again if you'd like, by going up against one of those things and collecting it. Anyhow, there is an item over here that I'm going to let you know how to get because I'm a nice guy. If you head right, and from the beginning you can get this one. But this item is kinda meh. So yeah, from the center section just go right, you get the item just fine. But I'm not picking it up because I cannot be bothered. Here comes the halberd lady. Hopefully I can show you my sick parry skills. There we go. And this is why I generally think these guys are a little easier to deal with. Anyhow, we are going to go down, and soon we are going to see one of the gimmicks of the Cathedral of the Sacred Blood. And over here we will be met by this girl, which I attempted to parry, but I failed miserably. And with my launching attack, this is bad. This is very bad. Let's shake them off. Perfect. So now I have to get a backstab. Otherwise, I'm not making it up. after another? How cheeky of you. Come on. Ooh. Fight the maneuver. There we go. This will make life much easier. Hopefully she dies. Not quite. I might die. Wrong one.
Really sorry.
Help! Guess we're going to be using the shortcuts now. The shortcuts that I thought I would never have to use. Oh well. Once again, I don't really consider that thing a shortcut, it's kind of just there, but whatever. It's given to us, so we're going to make use of it. I didn't expect to have this much of a struggle here, but this is what this part of the game is like. Probably one of the hardest sections of the game. There is only one other that I can think of, actually two that can be compared to this when it comes to difficulty. Please don't notice me. She's nowhere to be found. So let's give it another shot. This time we'll be more careful. There we go. Now we should be fine. Let's pop a few shots. And she's done. Now for her turn. Perfect. And over here, we're going to get an item that I was looking for. The Rubalite Piercer. This is yet another bayonet, but this one is actually a sniper type. It shoots very far and deals decent damage. It's also quite pretty. But we're going to stick to the shotgun one for now. And I was talking about gimmicks, but I think we are going to see them after we deal with this area. So, this is yet another shortcut. If you head over to the right from the beginning section, you're going to end up over here. That's a Rubalite Piercer, not the shotgun. And since we have ended up on the right, let's take this item while we're at it. There we go. Hopefully I won't have to use this shortcut. I hope you don't have to too. And let's head over to this area. So immediately to our right, we're going to meet yet another chest. This one contains the anchor. Yeah, the impulse anchor. Excuse me. And this is a hammer, but once again, I think we've gotten the best hammer we could have gotten. The Juggernaut. So if you like the moveset, you think it's cool, then use it. Otherwise, you're probably going to be sticking to the Juggernaut. So over here we have a bonfire and an item that I'm going to take. Fall down. You don't want to, then you're going to get blasted. And now over here this is probably one of my favorite parts of this area, and I'm going to show you why. So here we are introduced to one of the first gimmicks of the stage. If you just walk over here normally, there are two doors. Let's say you pick the right one. It happens to be locked. So we're going to pick the left one. But it also happens to be locked. So in your confusion, you're probably going to walk back, and then you notice this ladder. Wait, how do I get there? And you see this place down here, and you realize that you're supposed to drop right over here at the ledge. So this area is just filled with places like this. There are many drops that you're going to have to take, but the introduction to them is quite nice. The developers did a great job over here. So now that we have gotten away with this little detail, let's continue exploring the Cathedral of the Sacred Blood. You get our wake module, and we have opened the door on the left. Up the stairs, we are going to find yet another one of these ladies. This one has a shield. Oh, yep, she does. The ones with the shields are even more dangerous, because they have a very annoying fast shield attack that cannot be parried. So we're going to have to be on the lookout for that one too. Now let's quickly dispatch her. Or at least try to be quick. There we go. Now we can pick up the Queen Steel. We should probably heal up and continue exploring this treacherous place. The funny thing about this area is it's going to be split into 4 parts. This is how long it is. Now we're going to bait this girl. Or at least we're going to try to bait her. Come on. You see me? No? Girl. Ah. Well, my trusty knife is going to get the job done. Keep an eye on her because she might teleport, just like that. Ouch. This is what I was talking about when it comes to inconsistency in the late frames. These guys are honestly quite troublesome. So anyway, let's get the Queen Steel, and there is one more on the left. This one is a halberd user though, which makes her easier to deal with. But then again, you don't really want to face 2 of them at the same time. Oh, unlucky. But there she goes. So we're going to drop down here, pick up this item, and another halberd lady is guarding a switch here. I'd say we go get her. So you might be super excited to open this door, but you're going to realize something very soon. This is a shortcut. So where are we supposed to go? Well, remember the gimmick? This is yet another drop. This is really here to like put it in your mind, so you just cannot forget at that point. It just kind of forces you to remember that they're still there. But you're going to have to be on the lookout for the ledges. Now we're going to deal with this noblewoman. There she goes. And we're going to pick up the first vest. Actually, is it the first? I think it's not the first. I think we picked up one. The Isis vestige. Quite inappropriate. Thankfully, we have almost made it to the next bonfire, but there are a few more enemies guarding the way to it. One of the swordsmen, or rather the swordswomen, and a noblewoman. Alright, she gave us an opening, we're going to use it. And just like that, she's done. Now we have only this girl standing in our way. I'm going to wait for my overdrive to recharge. I'm going to buff up, and we're going to try to take her down. There is the shield attack, very dangerous. Boom, just like that. And now we can have a breather. Unfortunately, there is still quite a way to go. So, we are going to... Well, we can take our time. The thing is, by the end of this episode, we would have completed 50% of the cathedral, and there's going to be another 50% of it awaiting us. Thankfully, though, we're going to have the option to take a break from this somewhat boring scenery of all metallish grey and go somewhere else. Of course, the choice is up to you whether you would like to remain here or go to the other area, but personally I'd like to go to the other area first. Anyhow, here we take a left and we'll see one of Midow's friends. And this is the first one of these guys. They're not too scary. And this one will let us get the drop on him by... Oh, and missed. There we go. So this one is important to take down, and we're going to see why. And just like that, we got a regen activation factor. Isn't that nice? Let's use it right now. Make our life easier. And we'll continue on forward. Here is one of those ledges again. Over here we're greeted by a swordswoman. And over here we're going to find a Medal of Honor, or rather a Mark of Honor. This is a multiplayer item that lets you basically get titles and cool icons for helping people and getting helped by people. Just like in Dark Souls and all the Covenant items. But since we're doing a solo playthrough the entire game or less, you're not going to need it. So let's just clear the boss and march on forward. Well, I said the boss, but I was talking about that girl. Quite a long walk here. This is another section where a lot of people get stuck on, and I don't blame them. This is honestly quite hard to navigate. Thankfully, I have been here many times, and I've basically learned how to speedrun the entirety of the cathedral, so we're going to get done with it relatively quickly. In the most optimal possible way to to save as much time as possible. So over here, let's pick up the item to the left, because why not, it's right there. And we're going to head down. From here we're going to take a right. And we're going to drop right here. We're going to pick up this item. And we should get visitors. There they are. Line up. I messed up. There goes one. There goes the other. We're going to drop down here. There should be an item behind us. No? My bad. So for some reason this ledge doesn't have a guardrail, so be careful. And over here you take actually, let's open this. This is a shortcut that you probably won't use, but it's good to have it. And we're going to get the rotten missile over here. But first, goodbye, mate. As you can see, he survived. So if you miss this detail, or you end up killing him somehow, you're going to be very confused. Because, would you know it, you're supposed to drop down here. Goodbye, buddy. And there is not one but two switches over here. This one will descend our ladder. There we go. And this one will just open the door over here. There we go. Now if we're back here, we're going to take a left. We're going to shoot at this guy. Get a backstab while he's staggered. Or miss it completely. It's fine. Let's heal. And over here we're just going to drop. Like this. Now there should be two enemies behind us, but they made it on time. Oh. We dispatched them quickly. Just like that. And now we're going to go up this somewhat long ladder. We're going to be greeted by a shield swordswoman. We're going to deal with her quickly and efficiently. Just like that. Boom. And this is the ladder that we just descended. We'll get a cheeky backstab. And while we are at it, let's go up these stairs and get an item. Whew, we are almost done with this place. Bear with me a little longer. So there are a few items that we left behind. You can get them by going in this way, but I'm going to save myself the trouble because they're not important and they don't really count towards our completionist goal here. Drop down this ladder and we are met with a missile. Let's rest up. You should remember this gate because we are going to be visiting it very soon. Let's take care of the halberd lady. Just like that. And we're going to drop down here. Go up these stairs. And we'll find a ladder over here. We're going to go up the ladder. And there's an item here. But if you have a keen eye, you also notice that there is a ledge here that we can drop on. There's actually quite a few ledges that we can drop onto here. After we do that, we have to deal with this guy. But compared to the enemies we faced, he is quite pathetic, so we're going to backstab him and we're going to continue forward. I always forget if there is something here, so I'm going to check. And we're just going to go up. There's a ladder on our right. We'll climb up the ladder. And long and behold, we have a missile over here. There we go. Now we pull the ladder and we hear a door open. It is right below us. But there is a friend here waiting to greet us, and that's a noble woman. Let's quickly dispatch her. Or well, as quickly as we can, considering our somewhat low damage output. And down she goes. We're going to pick up this item. And we'll carry on. So this is basically the optimal way to traverse this area. Of course we'll be missing one or two items, but once again, it's not too important. I messed up. I'm continuing to mess up. Let's take care of you. Take a few pot shots. She survived. She's still alive. Wow. Okay. And now she's down. We'll pull on. Let me get this item. There we go. We're going to pull on this lever. And you might recognize where we are right now. There we go. Back at the bonfire. So there are a bunch of enemies that we're going to have to fight here. Whether we like it or not. Please hit her, thank you. There we go. We pulled her towards us. I'm going to try to get a backstab here, but I don't think it's happening. I'm just going to shoot her instead. Indiana Jones style. We're going to be dropping down here. And we don't need anything else, so let's go down here. These monkeys are following us, so we're dispatching them. Just like that. Perfect. So once again, there's a bunch of items we're missing here, but they're all pretty unimportant, so I think it's fair to skip them all. We have another noble woman on our hands, so let's deal with her. Come here, big lady. And just like that, she's done. Now, before we continue forward, there is a ledge over here that we're going to drop down from. Find the last rotten missile for this episode. Let's open the item. And we're going back now. I'd say we handled it pretty well. Now, if you think this is the only ledge you're going to drop off, you're quite wrong, because here's another ledge we're going to drop off from. I know, this area. The next part of the cathedral that we're going to save for quite a bit later is even more complex and has way many more shortcuts and jumps and stuff that we're going to have to be doing, so you should be used to it. This is pretty average. This is honestly the most complex area of the game, and I love it a lot for it, even if it's quite obnoxious sometimes. So here is a swords lady protecting the ladder and trying to kill me. I'm not going to agree to that behavior. And just like that, she's done. Now we're going to descend this ladder. And we need to heal up, because we definitely don't want to die right now. When we are so close. He really doesn't want to give me a backstab. Oh my god. There we go. So if we head this way, we're going to find our next boss battle, which we're going to be doing the next episode. This is the Argent Wolf Berserker. So instead of messing about with him, we are going to head back and we're going to get the shortcuts. Another door. And we're back. Let's head over to the bonfire and end this episode. Here we are. We're going to rest up, level up, and call it quits for now. Thank you again everyone so much for watching, and we're going to continue our adventures in the next part. Bye bye.